Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about Carnival stock. Where's Carnival stock headed? Is Carnival stock a buy at $13.70? Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investing journey together. So today, we're going to be talking about Carnival stock. And if you don't know what Carnival actually does, it's a big cruise line company, right? They specialize in, obviously, cruises. And it's led people to wonder that, Carnival has not been doing well ever since the pandemic kind of swept the nation, right? Cruises have been canceled basically since March, right? And I know that a lot of them are extending their cancellations throughout the end of the year. Now, you guys have to keep in consideration that looking at the 5-year chart, right? This thing right before the pandemic was trading around $50 to $60. Looking at the 1-year chart, you see that big drop down 68%. And it leads people to ask the question, is now a good time to buy Carnival? Is Carnival stock going to recover? And you guys have to always keep in consideration that, because of the pandemic, travel has taken a big hit, right? It's not saying that, travel will not eventually recover. Once the pandemic lifts, once we find a vaccine and we actually get things going again, I know that travel is going to pick up. It's just kind of how things are. People love going on cruises. People love their vacations. And the fact that people did not get to go on cruises this year, I could see a lot of uplifted demand in the near future if we have a vaccine ready to go. I think Carnival's a great company to buy right now, guys. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. But the reason why I feel like Carnival is a good stock to buy, because like I said, it's a huge cruise line company backed by Saudi Arabia. It was trading at $50 a share right before the pandemic hit, now currently sitting at $13.67. Now, although, people say investing in Carnival is pretty risky, you guys also have to take in consideration that investing in general is risky. Every stock you pick is a risk, essentially. But the reason why I think Carnival is a good buy right now is because, one, like I said, it's a big cruise line company sitting at $13.67. It's basically lost 75% of its value overall. Even though it doesn't hit back up to $50, it might be a while. I still do see a pretty good recovery from Carnival stock. And some good news has been kind of happening for these stocks, right? Currently waiting on a stimulus to hopefully help out these companies. But the CDC actually did lift the sailing ban already, which is absolutely huge. Basically saying that, okay, like these cruise line companies are allowed to basically start cruises whenever they want. But a lot of them, by choice, went ahead and canceled a lot of the cruises for the end of the year. But like I said, a big cruise line company trading at $13.69, you guys may never get this chance again to actually pick up a stock that's a pretty big company that pays dividends, that's overall a very good brand and has a good name to itself, backed by a lot of big-time investors. For me, it just seems like a bargain. I think Carnival stock is a great buy, even at $13.70. Although I don't know where Carnival is going to be headed in the next couple of months, like I said, because of the pandemic, travel was one of the biggest industries that took a hit. Obviously, you guys have to keep in consideration that once we find a vaccine, once the pandemic is over, which no one knows how long that's going to be. It could be 2 months from now. It could be a year from now. I know that these stocks will eventually recover, and it's just a matter of being patient. When I'm investing in stocks, guys, I like to look at the long-term vision and the picture of everything. Me seeing it from an investment perspective, but also a people perspective as well, that, Carnival stock, Carnival as a company, big cruise line company. I know people love going on cruises, right? It's a big popular commodity. Travel worldwide is very, very popular. And the fact that the demand is so suppressed right now is going to want people to travel a lot more in the near time future. And like I said, a big cruise line company for $13.75 to me looks like an absolute bargain. Like I said, referring back to the 1-year chart, like right before the pandemic, it was around $50 a share, currently trading at $13.75. And I get the bearish sentiment behind the stock. A lot of people think that, okay, Carnival's selling a lot of its ships. No one knows when the cruises are going to come back. They're burning through a lot of cash right now. The uncertainty is definitely there with Carnival stock, and I can understand the viewpoint behind the bearish side of this, but the reason why I stay bullish on this is because, like I said, travel is something that's never going to go away. With suppressed demand right now, I know there's going to be more pent-up demand in the coming years. People are definitely going to be eating up these cruises and flights when it comes to airlines and stuff like that, because people did not get a chance to travel at all this summer. People didn't get to go on their, yearly cruises with their family. So I know that once everything is set in stone, once we see a recovery and once we have a vaccine and the pandemic is kind of swept over, I know that these stocks are going to make a beautiful recovery. I know that these stocks are definitely worth the investment. Like I said, everything is in my opinion. I don't see Carnival actually going out of business. I think it's going to take some time for these stocks to recover, along with all travel stocks as well. I don't think Carnival stock will hit March time lows around $7, $8, but I don't think Carnival is going to be $50 by the end of the year either. I think it's going to take some time. People will definitely want to see where the pandemic is headed. Are we close to a vaccine? And if Carnival decides to stop canceling out the flights, like I said, the CDC already did lift the ban on these flights, which is a very good thing, meaning that these companies can actually hold cruises. And another thing to note too is basically when it comes to Carnival earnings, I want to talk a little bit about their earnings. Everyone's like, okay, but Carnival earnings are so bad. Like, it's bad. But the thing is, people know that the earnings are going to be bad. So there's no really like surprising shock when it comes to the expectation of travel stock earnings. Like I said, travel basically lost 80% of its demand. Thus, everyone could kind of foresee that, okay, that the earnings for airlines and cruises and all these other companies are not going to be good. So I feel like it was already kind of priced in when the stock started dropping down to around the $7, $8, $9 range. Like I said, for me, if you were to ask me, even during the pandemic, how do you think, travel stocks, Carnival's, earnings are going to be? I would say they're going to be horrible. Because like I said, no one is going on cruises right now. So obviously they're burning through a lot of cash and obviously they're not going to have good earnings. But like I said, guys, I'm optimistic on Carnival stock. I think you guys should invest in Carnival stock. I think it is worth the buy. I think Carnival is going to make a beautiful recovery once everything kind of blows over. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Carnival stock. Do you think Carnival is going to make a beautiful recovery? Are you guys invested in Carnival stock? What's your average and how many shares do you guys own? With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.